It appears that Socialist Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez cut the microphone on a constituent during an event after the men questioned her totally absurd position on limiting free speech. During a small town hall in Queens, Ocasio-Cortez stood on an elevated stage behind a podium and took a few questions from her constituents. Free Trump 2020 flag. Limited time offer, but things got very interesting when a man named James Scott Berry got a chance to ask the socialist lawmaker two very good questions. Berry began by asking if Ocasio-Cortez would be willing to investigate the over 3 million incidents of violent acts and threats of violence allowed in our schools against teachers and against fellow students every year, and whether she's agreed that the greatest freedom in the world is the freedom to hate. Because in many countries you cannot. In America, you can hate Donald Trump, and because it is not against the law he cannot put you in prison, Berry said. Isn't that a great thing? Ocasio-Cortez ignored the first question and appeared to be arguing in favor of limiting some speech. I think that at the bedrock of what you are discussing is freedom of speech and the freedom of expression. I think that we have a freedom to express ourselves. But we should also know that in the United States there are also limitations on our freedom of speech, Ocasio-Cortez said. No, only if it involves violence or threats, things that are illegal, Berry clarified. Exactly, Ocasio-Cortez responded. Berry fired back, but that's not free speech. Threats are not free speech. I don't think you should say that because that's confusing the issue. Voter poll, do you oppose Ox Green New Deal? Then, all of a sudden, Berry's microphone cut out and did not work. In the video clip of the exchange, below, Ocasio-Cortez continued her lecture as Berry can be seen trying to respond, but no one could hear him because his microphone was turned off. I just want to introduce some nuance to the conversation, she said. I'm just trying to introduce some nuance to the conversation. I'm not trying to have an argument here, I want to have a discussion. Berry attempted to respond by shouting, but it was hard to understand what he said without a microphone. Ocasio-Cortez took advantage of this and launched into an off-the-walls diatribe. I'm absolutely open to being proven wrong on many issues. I'll just let you know my perspective. My perspective is that we absolutely have a protected freedom of speech. Someone can say I hate so-and-so and that is protected speech. Berry can be seen in the video clip venting his frustrations to Ocasio-Cortez's aide about his microphone being turned off. If you didn't turn my mic off, I wouldn't have to raise my voice, Berry told Ox aide. You fascists turned my mic off. Oh sir, no, the congresswoman said. You can turn his mic on, you didn't have to turn it off. 2020 voter poll, Donald Trump or Joe Biden? Thank you very much, Berry said, with the microphone all of a sudden restored. No, it's totally fine, she said. I think for me sir, my concern is we have freedom to say I hate this, or I hate that. Where I do get concerned is where that line is played with so that we have plausible deniability to incite violence against people. Watch, did she have his microphone turned off so he could not voice his opinion? Related, top Democrat just announced a horrifying scheme to jail top Trump officials. Related, Rush Limbaugh says this one Democrat can beat Trump in 2020, you might like let's block ads. Why?